Greetings, everyone, and welcome. The updates continue. So today, I'm going to take a look at some stuff I picked up from the local comic shop over the past couple of months. Quite a lot. Basically, just continuing on with a lot of the various series that I've been continuing to collect. So you'll see some familiar titles in here. Also picked up a few new ones and some trade paperbacks, a lot of single issues. So yeah, let's get right to it. Comic books today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. All right, so first up, picked up a comic based on a movie that I really enjoyed and recently rewatched. We have from Legendary Comics, the comic division of the movie company, Pacific Rim: Tales from the Drift. Yeah, very very cool comic here. So this is basically stories of other Jaeger pilots and sort of their adventures dealing with the kaiju and their sort of personal stake in it and stuff like that. So it's a 4-issue miniseries. Picked up issue 1, issue 2. I don't think these are these wraparound covers? No, they're not wraparound covers. Just two different covers. But really, really nice artwork inside. I've only read part of issue number 1, but already I'm liking what I'm seeing a lot, actually. It really captures a lot of the action and emotional intensity that was in the movie. And this is, of course, issue number 3. I've been keeping an eye out for issue number 4. I don't think it's actually out yet, so I'll just have to keep waiting on that. Oh, did this get slightly curved? Yeah, I think that's due to the move. They're kind of just thrown into a box. Oh, well. That's fine. They'll flatten out. It's not creased or anything, just a little curved. That's all right. Next up, could not find issue number 1 of this. Hoping they do a reprint sometime soon. I'm sure there will be a trade paperback. Been meaning to pick this up ever since I heard IDW was doing it. Got Back to the Future. Yes, this is issue number 2. There's an ad on the back for the card game. Very cool. There's actually a local comic convention soon with the artist from the first few issues of this is actually going to be there. So that's kind of cool. So we'll see how that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out to it. It's in May, I believe. It's around actually the same time as Free Comic Book Day, but they basically turned it into a mall-wide convention, so it should be pretty cool. And then here we have issue number 3. Very nice. And then, I don't know if this is ongoing or a miniseries. I think it's ongoing. And then we have issue number 4. So there you go. Pretty cool. I've not sat down and read these yet, mainly because I kind of want to wait until I pick up issue number 1. But I do trust IDW. It seems that they have yet to disappoint with any of their licenses from what I've seen. I've enjoyed every one of them that I've read. I really need to dive into their Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff, actually, because I just recently reread reread and then read what I hadn't read before of the original Marvel series of the Transformers and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm wanting to check out Regeneration 1, which is a direct continuation of the Marvel series. It kind of foregoes, ignores the events of Generation 2, which was the original continuation back in the day. And then, of course, get into all the IDW Phase 1 and Phase 2 stuff, which apparently is amazing. Yeah, so really got my eye on those big hardcover editions that actually reprint every single IDW comic in the preferred reading order, like in story continuity order. So probably going to pick those up at some point. There's about 9 or 10 volumes at this point. Big, oversized, 300-page hardcovers, reprinting big chunks of them. So, and larger than comic size pages too. So quite nice. They've also been doing a G.I. Joe collection of that, of the original Marvel series, presenting the original G.I. Joe comics, the G.I. Joe yearbooks, and G.I. Joe special missions, all in reading order, so all in like continuity order. So that's kind of cool. Might grab those because I don't actually have a lot of GI Joe at the moment, and really been wanting to collect at least the original Marvel series for a very long time because I know it was very highly regarded. All right, so next up, continuing on with another series that I've only read a couple issues of, but I definitely like what I see, so I've been wanting to get caught up on it, so I can just kind of power through all of them. Picked up issue number 6 of Escape from New York. Very cool. They're up to, I believe they're up to issue 16 at the time of this video, so need to get up to date. And I got issue number 7. Very nice covers on these, I have to say. Skin Slip actually recently picked up the first trade paperback of these, which has the first 4 issues. Basically, they're doing 4-issue story arcs for this and some of their other things. And he was really all raves about it. So, yeah. And then we have issue number 8. So this will be the last issue to appear in volume 2 of the trade paperbacks, which I believe are coming out very soon. And then we have issue 9, which is the beginning of the 3rd story arc. And then we have issue 10. And issue 11. Snake hanging upside down in front of a big old target. And then finally bring the 3rd story arc to a close with issue number 12. So there we go. So basically, I've just got the most recent story arc, issues 13 through 16, to pick up, and then I'll be all up to date on Escape from New York, and then I'll sit down and have a power read, man. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so next up, some more Kurt Russell movie-inspired action. Of course, you know I've been loving this one, and this one I've actually read almost all of them so far. I've just got the most recent couple of issues to read. Big Trouble in Little China. Yes, the series is going strong and just gets it just honestly I think it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, they had some really good story arcs in recent months, and I'm really enjoying them a lot. So this is issue number 18, which is the 5th story arc, I guess. In the middle of it. Really enjoyed this one a lot, actually. It's basically kind of like this one started in issue 17, this particular story arc. It's basically, think of Casino Royale, but with Jack Burton playing poker against like a bunch of sorcerers and demons. And it is freaking hilarious and just so much fun. Really good stuff. We got issue number 19. Very good. And then wrapping that story arc up with issue number 20. Very, very good stuff. Really enjoyed that one a lot, actually. The arc before it was a little bit iffy. It was kind of the first post-John Carpenter co-writing story arc. But this one, the second one after that period of the comic, I think was really strong and really got the series back on track, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So next up, we've got the beginning of the current story arc with issue number 21. Love these covers, by the way. I think they do have alternate covers. It doesn't actually show you in the book, but yeah, I know IDW. I think when they do alternate covers, they show you in the actual book. And then finally, the most recent issue, number 22. Actually, this may not be the most recent issue anymore. I don't know. I haven't been to the comic shop in a couple weeks because I've had no money to spend there. So I may be an issue behind on some of these, so I'll have to check that. And then wanting to fully support this series because I'm enjoying it so much, plus getting this means you also get all the alternate covers as a bonus. Picked up the first trade paperback of Big Trouble in Little China, which contains the entire first story arc of issues 1 through 4, and it's great stuff. And then in the back here, yeah, so in the back you actually get all the different covers. Oh, how well I can flip through them here. Yeah, very nice. Show you a few of them here. Yeah, so as you can see, they did a lot of covers. But the way they've divided it up is rather than doing it by issue, they do it by artist, and then every issue that artist did covers for. So that's pretty cool that they did it like that. Oh, and here we go. I guess these were wraparound covers. Very nice. Very cool. If we take a look here. Yeah, like some of these are just really, really nice painted covers. Very beautiful. Really captures the essence of the. You got Jack checking out Lady in Red, and then of course the design from his famous tank top. Very cool. It'd be great to actually have a tank top with that design on it. And here we've actually got two covers that form one image that kind of gets swallowed up by the spine there, but that's okay. And then what else here? There was oh yeah, and I'll just show you all of them. There we go. Very cool. See, this is a big reason to get the trade paperbacks, because the trade paperbacks like $20, and you get all the alternate covers. If you were to track down all the individual issues with all those covers, needless to say, you'd be spending a lot more than $20. So this is actually pretty good value. This cover is really nice. I remember in Skin Slip's review, he was just gushing over this one really hard. Which would be, and that is a pretty damn nice cover, I gotta say. That's by artist Tyler Stout. Very cool. These ones are very nice as well. So yeah, so this is from is it Boom Studios? Yeah, Boom Studios. They do they're doing some pretty cool stuff actually. Really quality work. And there we go. And then just a little blurb for Volume 2, which is actually out now, so you can find that now if you look around. Not sure when Volume 3 is coming out. Big Trouble in Little China, they started doing a little bit before, about 6 months before they started doing Escape from New York. So the Escape from New York trade paperbacks are kind of a volume behind where Big Trouble is. All right, so then next up, you know there's going to be more here because, sorry, itchy nose. It was a scratch, not a pick. You know there's going to be more here because I always have more stuff from this series that, as you know, I've been enjoying immensely. Picked up issue number 12 of Jem and the Holograms. Continuing, excuse me. It's late. It's tired and I'm late. So yeah, issue number 12, this is continuing the Dark Gem storyline. So very cool. I'm just going to put that here. And then I'd been looking all over for this because this was sort of the one thing I didn't have. And then I realized I had been looking on the wrong shelf at the comic store all this time. It was actually on the one of the trade paperback shelves that I didn't actually know existed. It was kind of on the other side, more the sort of the younger readers stuff, which is where they put all the Gem stuff. We have Jem and the Holograms, the Outrageous Annual, which is a lot of fun because in this one, it takes place between issues 6 and 7, if you're wondering about the continuity. So it starts off with basically they've just had a concert. They're all wiped out and trying to decide on a movie to watch on Webflix. They can't agree on a movie, so they all just kind of argue about it for a while, and they all pass out, and then they all have dreams, and in their dreams they kind of dream about the kind of movies that they wanted to see, but they're in them. So for example, Jem is in Teen Wolf as Gem Wolf, which is kind of fun. And then where is it here? Yeah, Aja is a big sci-fi fan, so she finds herself in Angry Aja, which is a Mad Max parody. We just take a look here. See if we get some. Yeah, so she basically ends up fighting someone in the Thunderdome and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. And then and what else? Yeah, Shayna is also a big sci-fi fan, so she gets Shayna Wars. Or Shayna, I guess Shayna says she's a fantasy fan, so they put her in Star Wars, and she's all miffed that, you know, it's like, well, she's dreaming about Star Wars, and then they give her the gross, smelly swamp scene for her dream. So she was kind of ticked about that. And then carrying on here, yeah, Kimber. Kimber's apparently a big Muppet Babies fan, so she dreams that everyone is Gem babies. So right there, very cool. So quite fun. So it's kind of like if all the Gem characters were done like Muppet Babies, and Synergy is Nanny. So that's kind of cool. Good times. Anyway, lots of fun. Really enjoyed this. Definitely recommend picking it up. It's a very light, fun, sort of nothing story. You're not going to be missing any major plot points if you miss this one. It doesn't have a really any major, if any, impact on the main storyline, but it's a fun little addition, just kind of with some additions to the characters and such. And picked this up for much the same reason I picked up the Big Trouble in Little China one. Plus, again, also because I want to further support the series in general, and do my part to ensure its success. I do draw the line at actually tracking down the individual issues for all the covers, because it's just way too freaking many, and I'd rather spend that money on other comics rather than getting 50 copies of the same one. So my support goes as far as buying one copy of each issue and any of the annuals and specials that come out, and the trade paperbacks. So there we go. So I picked up the Gem and the Holograms trade paperback. This is the first story arc, Showtime, which is the first 6 issues. And much like the Big Trouble in Little China, it also shows all of the covers in the back. I should mention also the first few issues also had character profiles, which are all collected together in one sort of massive character profile section in the back here, which is quite cool. And then in the back, I might as well show you these as well. So we got some behind-the-scenes stuff and some interviews, which is pretty cool. But then we got all the alternate covers, which is very nice. Rosie and I have actually started watching the show together. I felt she needed some pro-social entertainment to watch, because she mostly watches kind of modern cartoons with just kind of silly, goofy humor, and I thought, let's show you something with a little more substance to it, featuring some strong female characters that you can take inspiration from, and stuff like that. And then she's been really enjoying it a lot. She really likes all the music videos and the songs in it and whatnot, of course, because it's pretty cool. Really nice covers on these, but. I love these painted covers. They seem to be doing the same thing with this one, just kind of going by artist rather than by issue per se. It's another one with the Gem Babies there. It's pretty cool. And there we go. So you get some very different takes on the characters from the various artists. It's quite interesting. There we go. And you get one actually with pizzazz on the covers. I kind of like this one. It makes it look like the packaging for the Gem dolls, which is kind of a neat idea. And that's that. And then we just got pizzazz in the back there. But yeah, great stuff. Lots of fun. If you have not checked it out yet and you're a fan of Gem, even in passing, well, you can get the trade paperback now and check it out a little bit cheaper than tracking down the individual issues. Do try to get a hold of the special issues, though. There's this one in the Valentine's special, which I showed a little while ago. Yeah, good stuff. All right, and last but certainly not least, you may recall I picked up the individual issues of these, and everybody was saying, dude, get the trade paperback. So, dude, I got the trade paperback. Picked up Mad Max Fury Road. Yes. So apparently the 4th issue had come out, and for whatever reason I couldn't find it anywhere. But that said, it's actually better to get the trade paperback anyway, because in addition to the 4 issues, you also get this, which is an exclusive short story all about the origins of the War Rig. So pretty cool, and you only get that in this trade paperback. So very cool. So this has all 4 issues and the backup story there. So very, very nice, beautiful glossy paper, great artwork in this. I still have to sit down and read it actually, but yeah, and very, very nice cover as well. So there we go. We'll just have Mad Max flanked by Gem and the Holograms. How's that? Alrighty, well, that is it for the comic book updates. Quite a stack of reading material there. Definitely going to enjoy the ones that I haven't read yet. And yeah, so that is it for this comic book update. Oh my goodness, so tired. Got one more to go, and then I can go to bed. Yes, as you may notice from my unchanging shirt, I'm actually doing these all on the same day. Did the first two earlier, and then had to pause because the little one, came home from school. I brought the little one home from school. I had to get her to bed. Then I had like a 4-hour nap, and now I'm doing the last couple. So anyway, one more to go. PS3 games next time. If you want to see the Blu-rays I got recently, check out the previous video because that's with all the recent Blu-ray acquisitions and a few other things as well. Well, one other thing specifically, a book, which you'll have to watch that video to find out what the book was, but it relates to the Blu-rays. Yeah, so quick thank you to my Patreon sponsors. Thanks, Patreon sponsors. You guys and gals are awesome. Thank you very much for the continued support. Especially big thanks to Kyle Pellegrini, who is still my highest level sponsor. Thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate the support. So please do consider becoming a sponsor because it just means I can pick up more stuff to review for you and talk about and just generally do more videos on a more regular basis. So Patreon makes it possible. Yes. Anyway, thank you for watching. And until next time, sayonara.